6.2, writing and solving proportions. Okay, the objective of this lesson is to write and solve proportions. So, a proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equal. For example, what we have here is 2/3. The ratio of 2/3 is equal to the ratio of 8 over 12. And the algebraic form will be A over B equal to C over D. Okay, to solve a proportion, I would like you to learn the simplified cross product method. So what do I mean by that? Let's take a look at the first problem. 2 over 5 equals to x over 25. Okay, I'm going to first simplify before I solve for x. Okay, I could first simplify 5 with 25. Okay, and that's all I can do. I can't simplify anymore. So I'm going to do the cross product. 1 times x is x, and 2 times 5 is 10. And that's your answer. Okay, and if you plug 10 back into x, you can see that 2 over 5 equals to 10 over 25. Okay, let's take a look at the second problem. 3 over 10, that's already in simplest form. Let's look at 10 and 100. We can simplify that. So let's do the cross product x, and then 3 times 10, 30. And let's take a look at this next problem. Okay, I see that I can simplify 42 with 54. I'll use 6. 42 divided by 6 is what? 7. And then 54 divided by 6 is 9. And I see that I can simplify 9 with 9. Okay? So my answer is x equals to 7. If you plug 7 back in, 7 over 9 equals to 42 over 54. And let's take a look at the fourth problem. I can't simplify 13 and 2, but I can simplify 2 and 4. Okay, and that's it. Cross product equals 13 times 2 is 26. Same idea. I plug 26 back in. 26 over 4 equals 13 over 2. Okay, divide by 2, divide by 2. Okay? Okay, let's do the problems at the bottom. As you can see, you have decimal numbers now, and you gotta be a little careful. Okay, I can see I can simplify 6.2 and 18.6. So x equals 12.3. And the second problem, I see I can simplify 3.9 and 31.2. So I get 1.3 here and 10.4. Alright, and then I see that I can't simplify 1.3 as 7.7. So I can do cross product. So 1.3x equals to 10.4 times 7.7. So here we need to do some multiplication. So I'm going to work it out. 28, 7, 28, 7. I get 8, 10, 10, 8. And then shift the decimal 2 places to the left. So 80.8. Let me erase this. $80.08, I mean. Okay, so x equals 80.08 divided by 1.3. I can shift the decimal 1 place to the right. So 800.8 divided by 13, I can do 6. And 13 times 6 is 78, and then 20, and I can use 1. 13 times 1, and 6. Okay, so your answer is x equals to 61.6. Okay, let's take a look at the last problem. And I see I can simplify 81 and 45. I'll get 9, 5. I see that I can simplify 9 with 5.4 as well. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 5.4 divided by 9 is 0.6. Okay, and then I can cross multiply. And x equals 0.6 times 5 is 3. Okay? Yeah. Word problems. Driving. You're driving 2,760 miles across the country. Okay, so that's your first piece of information. And during the first 3 days of your trip, you drive 1,380 miles. Then I know this would be my rate, or in other words, your ratio. Okay? And you first write this down as a ratio, because I need to set up a proportion. If you continue to drive at the same rate each day, how many days will the entire trip take? So I need to set this equal to x days over the total number of miles. As you can see, this proportion, the days has to match up in the numerator, and miles with miles. So I could cancel them out, okay, when I solve for x. Okay, now I need to do some simplification. I see that I can simplify 3 and 1,380, and that's, let's see, 3, 4, 3, 6, 460. And then I see that I can simplify 460 with 2,760. I use a different color. I'm going to cross out the 0. And yeah, it comes out nicely. 46 divided by 6. 46 is 1. 276 divided by 46 is 6. And then, since everything's already canceled out in this numerator, so 6 times 1 is just 6, and x times 1 is just x, so 6 days is your answer. Okay, by cross multiplying. Okay. Salt water. The salinity of salt water is the ratio of the mass of the salt in the water to the mass of the salt and the fresh water mixed together. Okay, so what does this mean? Salinity just means how salty the water is. Okay, so and here that's represented by this ratio here. I'm going to write it out. Ratio equals the mass of salt to the mass of salt and water mixed together. Okay, so let's see what part A wants you to do. A sample of salt water is mixed by mixing 3 grams of salt with 75 grams of water. Find the salinity of the sample. Okay, so recall that from the word problem that the salinity of salt water is represented by this ratio here. So all we have to do is take 3 grams, okay, the ratio is the salinity, okay, I'm just recopying this part, but 3 grams over 3 grams again plus 75 grams of water to get 3 over 78. And then we simplify to get 1 to 26. And that's our salinity for part A. For part B, it asks you to do what? A sample of salt water has a salinity of 3 to 45. So I'm going to write 3 to 45. Remember, you can write a ratio in 3 different ways. So I'm going to write it as a fraction now. Okay, so I can set up a proportion. I know that in the numerator it's means represented by the mass of salt, and the denominator is represents the mass of salt and water. So, and see what the problem has next. The sample has a mass of 30 kilograms. So, I know that's salt and water, so I need to put 30 in the denominator. And how much salt is in the sample? Okay, remember in the numerator it's the mass of salt, so I put X on top, okay? And it's also kilograms. So, and after simplifying, okay, so 3 and 45, I get 1 to 15, and I can simplify 15 with 30. Okay, so 1. So now I can do cross multiply. 1 times X is X, and then 1 times 2 is 2. So your final answer is just 2 kilograms of salt, and that's it.